It's week 3 of the NFL, and we'll be watching the Browns' rocket-arm quarterback. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Browns and the Colts, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shot.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well. Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it down for deep.
A nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And he's off to a fantastic start to the season. Already 8 touchdown passes in just his first 2 weeks of the year. Now, I don't think that's a pace he's going to be able to sustain, but at the very least, he's got this offense humming here to start things out.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Off play action. Gray. This will go to Henry out wide. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On 1st and 10, Gray. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Gray. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. A gain there of 21 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. And a solid run down inside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The Browns at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But defensively, they have that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Throw left side complete. That's Ballard. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, Henry. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Gray throwing on 4th down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration.
Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Here's Gray to throw on 2nd down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. 2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts.
Last time I remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, How much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out. Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Check, Panther! Check!
Sticking with Walker on second down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Throwing is Hurts. And Walker with it over the middle. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. "35 yards that time on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 20 carries, 73 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Gray. And his throw here's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw. Gray. He finds his man. Complete. That's Wheeler. And he is going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense was moving them a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 26. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Gray. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Point after, right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ready, go.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Hurts to throw. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Let's go now.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He completes this to Walker.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
All right, go get him now. Let's be smart. Let's ride, dog. They can't stop. That's right.
2nd and 8.
After 60. After 60.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
Hurts. And Walker has it. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Back to throw again. Trying to lay one up deep. Touchdown Colts. Rashad Bateman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts are back within a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be at practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off and it proved fruitful to get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up a throw.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Hurts throw complete there to Johnson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They'll look to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Out to his left.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscount.
Touchdown!
Rashad Bateman
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Colts are able to move back in front.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2nd and 3. He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've
touchdown Colts.
Kenneth Walker,
40 yards.
And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Now Gray throwing to start the drive. He's going to try and go deep again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play, you come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball, couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
And he comes back with one complete. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Gray now on 3rd and 2. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Off play action.
Gray.
And right side, Henry's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Back to throw is Gray. Throwing on 4th down.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was the visiting Seahawks who were able to come away with the road victory. Dameon Pierce. What a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they lead the visiting Raiders at halftime. The Chargers try and hold on and claim victory. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots.
and they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. Justin Jefferson, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Browns. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you, and it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Gray. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They keep it with Henry on first down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
62 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Gray to throw on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Gray. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 50 yards.
And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Walker. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Play action. Here's Hurts. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Hurts. He finds Bateman over the middle. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Hey, check that.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there.
His first rushing touchdown on the year
as they have taken the lead.
So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up. And that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Gray.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Henry up the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Jet sweep. Here's Watson.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, He might take it to the house, so they'll take it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Colts will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. Back now in Indianapolis. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Cleveland offense making their way out as this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if he... Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The Browns send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Taking it about the 36. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Straight ahead, Walker pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He'll return it from the 6. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Jet sweep. Here's Watson. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Here's Gray looking to throw on 2nd down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. off the play fake. Gray. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Albert. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now Gray to throw on 2nd down. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it was hard for anyone to react.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, it's Hurts. Again, it's Johnson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at about the 14. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gray. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on.
And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo play, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he walks off like he just threw a touchdown pass because he doesn't want to show that to the defense. The young guys, they take it more to heart. It's on their sleeve a little bit. He'll learn as he goes along how to hide his emotions.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Walker. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. Now, I tell you what, I can't remember.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Then at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Then at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count on the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Then at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Then at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Deep be hating and talking and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers. Go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started. Y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop. You ain't here? I'm the... Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my soul. This is God-given, so I thank him as I go. Hate to sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, show you gon' see. Yeah, got power from my head and my feet. Yeah. Colossal. What I say is gospel. I cook this with love. They gon' eat it up and swallow me. I'm from the ghetto, babe. Seen bodies in the streets so I could tweet. I came from nothing. I turned a mustard seed into $1 million in the discussion. Had a TED talk with the higher me, show me how to run it up. I need all my cheese. Every day that I wake up, I'm pinching myself. Can't believe that I'm really me. I've been shows in New Zealand, boy, you is not eating, man. We do not play in the same league. I gave my mama some racks and she asked me if I'm selling. I said, mama, please. If I was, do you think I'd let you know? Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. This is God-given, so I thank her as I go. This gon' sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Yeah, got power from my head to my feet. Yeah, run up on me, maybe, so you gon' see. I did not chase, I just attract what you put in, you get back. I'm screaming Campbell and still wherever I'm at. Feel like a champion, mamba mentality. I am the masterpiece, life is the crap. Deep love me and I can't resist it, but I'm only guilty of slipping too fast. Life is by legacy, what lies ahead of me, helping to get peace with this past. Little bitty regular that I pack, 007 before you react. Don't think twice, my only advice to my granddad before he passed. Look to the stars, look at the sky at night. Tell me that heaven ain't black on everything I love. Try not to brag till you bring it up. Turn a vision, block opinions, and I can give but think of us. Duck, jab, hooks in it through the roof with an uppercut. Tell the truth, shut the devil up. In the booth, I'm untouchable. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My ace spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They should have cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stock my bed.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
20! Touchdown, 49ers!
Jamison Williams.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Niners need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski.
And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep a string of good games going right here.
To about the 35, second down.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 14 carries, 90 yards.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
The Browns at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Gray now. Looking to throw on second down. He finds his man, complete. That's Ballard. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Again to Henry. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Gray. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Now a handoff to Henry. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
Looking to throw. Gray. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. This is caught. Touchdown, Browns.
Reggie Gilliam.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
A first down carry for Henry.
They'll get this down to the 38.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. So the pitch and catch good for 11, and it'll be 4th down.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, 49ers! Isaiah Pacheco, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gray. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Gray. And this one's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Gray. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. Off the play fake. Gray rolling to his right. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. That time, a 9-play drive. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He's got room at the 30. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Myers' kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Operating from the gun. Gray. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
Back to throw here. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ballard. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw is Gray. Off the play fake. And his throw is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Gray from the gun on 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. It's a quarterback sneak. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Here's Gray on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd down and 3. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this from the parking lot, from an even 70 yards out. And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. He's past the 30. Past midfield, look out. And he will be out of bounds. So no touchdown on the missed field goal return here. And on that wild note, we will come to an end here in the first half of play. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Derrick Henry. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. Now Gray. Throwing on first down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle made by Calebon Chason. 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
He finds Watson complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 26. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Jet sweep. Here's Watson. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Henry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Now a handoff up the middle. Albert. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Browns have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. They'll try and throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway, but the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's third down.
He'll drop to throw.
He's got this complete to Williams.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed it. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker.
We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Out of the gun now on third down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt.
And now this ball picked up in the end zone. Remember, this is a live ball. He's past the 30, and he will be taken down up near midfield. So a clever idea to send a return man back there, and it nearly paid off.
The Browns drive about to get started.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
And he is going to have a Browns first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. They'll run it
here on the jet sweep. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Henry. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Gray. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. Jet sweep. Here's Watson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Gray. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the 49ers are right back in this football game. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the 2nd half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish.
Let's go.
2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Back to throw now on 1st down. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Jet sweep. Here's Watson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now it's Henry. Down to about the 32. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Up the middle they go. Albert. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Understanding he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
Hey, check that.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Dances by him. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They go play action here on first down. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play.
That's another 49ers. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown 49ers. From 17 yards out. And the Niners have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big two-point conversion here? They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Jet sweep. Here's Watson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They keep it with Henry on first down. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Again, it's Henry. Running, he takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Niners down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will get out of bounds to stop the clock. It's a first down with the clock showing 26 seconds to play. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I think they might have something in this young rookie quarterback because he certainly looked the part.
I have to ask you a question. Are you thinking similar to what I'm thinking? That these rookie quarterbacks, they come in more prepared than ever before?
Year after year, they just seem more comfortable from day one.
I think you start really young now. These quarterback coaches, they play against a better competition. They go to camps across the country. Then they play big-time games in college. So when they get to the NFL, it's not quite the same, how would you say it, pressure that they felt in years past. And these kids just go.
Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got salads. Go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started. Y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop. You ain't here? I'm the real truth. Hunters real blue, strips on them still blue. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with you, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know. What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was but I made it short. I'm alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl.